Hello everybody and welcome back. Today, Destiny finally arrives. Been waiting for today forever. I cannot explain how excited I am. It's bright and early, about 6 a.m. and we are headed to Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale to board the Disney Destiny. Of course, Disney's newest ship is one of the Wish class ships, sister ship to the Wish, which I was on a couple years ago now. Just came off the Magic in January and can't be more excited to go and check this out. So, like I said, it's bright and early. We got about a 3.5 hour drive, starting off strong, spilled toothpaste on my shirt and my pants. It's been quite the morning, but let's get down to the car, get everything packed up, and head out to Fort Lauderdale. But before we do any of that, let's roll that intro. All right, we've made it down to the car, all packed up. We are taking Electra, that is my Tesla Model 3. Looks like it's showing 3.5 hour drive. We are gonna have to charge for a little bit. It's saying in Palm Beach. That's probably about where we'll stop, is Palm Beach. Just a 5-minute charge. We'll probably charge a little bit more, so I have a higher state of charge when we get to the terminal. But also had to switch hats to something a little bit more fitting at least. Beautiful little WDI hat. But let's get on the road. Full self-driving will be handling a majority of the driving, so I'll let you know how that goes, maybe time lapse a bit. But let's get started. All right, we are done here at the supercharger. Got us some nice breakfast from McDonald's, came and ate, and we're good to go. So let's get back on the road. Just got about 1.5 hours left to Port Everglades. And there she is, our first sight of the beautiful Disney Destiny. That green fence is kind of blocking us here, but man, it feels so good to be back on a Triton class ship. Still making our way to parking here, but look at that view, the Disney Destiny. Coming in on the bow side here, I was hoping we could get a look at Spider-Man. Of course, he's the stern character of the Destiny here. But look at that. Wow. Not quite any feeling as good as seeing your ship for the first time. We'll be on board here soon. Okay, Electra has officially been parked. We are here at Port Everglades, and you can see those iconic yellow lifeboats. And there she is, the Destiny. Let's come here. It's gonna be a little bit hard to see with the chain link here. But, oh, look at that. The smokestacks. You can see the Aqua Mouse up there. And you can see right there, that's our room. Just kidding, I have no idea. But it could be. Deck 8, I believe, is where we're at. Don't believe we've talked about that yet. So we'll be on deck 8. And also, we are in not only a veranda, but we are in the family veranda. So we got upgraded by Disney. We were just in a standard and they upgraded us to a family. So should be nice. We're gonna have a whole lot more space compared to what we had on the Magic. That was an incredibly tight, cramped inside stateroom. This is gonna be a big step up. Let's get on board. All right, well, we are here in line. We are at 12 o'clock arrival time. It's currently 10:45, so we're pretty early, but you know how I am. Nothing to be surprised about here. However, they have started letting the 11:30s on in, so we'll see if we can get in a little bit early. You can see Pluto over there on the wall, Goofy. Oh, I cannot wait to get inside. Well, 4 minutes later at 10:49, and we are moving. How far we're moving, I don't yet know, but I will take anything. I imagine they're gonna let us into the main terminal, and we can hang out there until closer to our arrival time. Over there on our right side is the Destiny. Here's a better look at that mural here. Got Goofy, Donald, and Daisy. Chip and Dale up there by the smokestacks. Pluto down here with some dolphins. Look at him. And then Mickey and Minnie up at the front. All right, it is now just before 11 o'clock. We've made it inside, we've checked in through security, and we're ready to go. Look at this beautiful Christmas tree here. But we are here in Port Everglades, much, much, much nicer than the Galveston port was. Similar to Port Canaveral, very similar vibes. But the next clip that you guys see will be us walking in on the Destiny. Let's hope it doesn't take too long. They seem to be moving pretty quick here, and every Disney cruise I've been on, they boarded you way earlier than your boarding time. So we'll see how this goes. There we are. We are boarding group number 11. They just made the call. So we're heading right over here to go and get on. Look at that ship. We are so close, seconds away from being back on board. It's crazy. It's such an amazing feeling. We are deck 8 aft. I did figure that out. I don't know what side. Honestly, I didn't pay any attention. So we'll see when we get on board. And here we are in the grand hall of the brand new Disney Destiny. It smells so good. Not only does it smell new, it just smells like Disney Cruise Line. I mean, there's nothing like it. Here we are. Look at this. We got T'Challa over here for the atrium statue. Wow. Oh, it's crazy. We got Captain Minnie up here greeting us as we come in her superhero outfit too. Wow, this grand hall is stunning. The Wakandan accents everywhere, the vibranium chandelier, and of course we do have the Christmas tree up for Christmas season. This is incredible. Look at all these details on this statue here. The texturing on his suit, the accents, the fur on the panther. Oh my gosh. I will never get over this. And of course I had to rock my Disney Cruise Line magic band that I got on the Wish. It says Disney Wish, but hey, it's Disney Cruise Line, so I figured it's better than nothing. All right, for now, I think we're just going to wander around, see what's happening, passing by the bars and stuff. We got DeVille's here. We should have the Sanctum coming up on the right side. Probably one of my most anticipated spaces here on the Destiny. Look at this. This is so cool. Wow, look at that. It's like, I don't know what you call that type of art, but with just like wires and stuff. That's so cool. And here we are, 177A Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street, of course, being the address of the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York. Wow, look at this. This is so cool. You got the books like from the library here that are all chained up. I love, love, love the design of this place. I like this way more than the Bayou on the Wish. Open on both sides, of course, so you don't feel as cramped. This is where they're going to do a lot of trivia and some other stuff throughout. This is so cool. Look at this booth back here with the chandelier. This is cool. It's like a little private area with a big chandelier. Look at that. We got the Eye of Agamotto up there. That's cool. Look at this over here. We got a sling ring floating here on the main bar. Look at this beautiful tile art down here just outside the sanctum. Oh, it's amazing. I can't wait to explore the rest of the ship. Here's a great look at the outside of the ship. You know, they do these on all the ships where they kind of cut it open so you can see everything and kind of where it is. And then the different themes for everything. You know, you got Hercules, Incredibles, Ursula down here, Hook and Smee, and then of course, Big Hero 6, Baymax and Hero. Here's our first look at the elevator bays here. Got a Maleficent dragon down here. Look at the name on top of these. I love the gold accents everywhere. Man, I remember from the Wish, this barbecue place and the rest of the places out here on this deck 11 is so good. Honestly, better than a lot of the like the main food places. This stuff, it's so good and it's so quick and convenient and easy. Here's a view out at Port Everglades. Had a few other ships docked with us. We have the Oasis of the Seas here. Of course, a massive, massive ship. I think it's over on the other side, though. Oh, wait, no, that's it. Yeah, that's it right here. Look at that. That's a huge ship. That's crazy. It is hot out as well. It's toasty and it's humid, so. You know I had to start off with my acai blueberry pomegranate. This stuff, oh, I don't know. It's synonymous with Disney Cruise Line for me. I don't know why. It's my drink. Here's a look at the main stage here in front of the Funnel Vision screen. Of course, we'll have our sail away party later today. Don't know how much of it I'll be able to film, just depends on where we get to stand and watch, but got your adult decks back there. Your main pool out here. Of course, different from the other two classes of ships, you don't have like one big pool in the middle. It's just kind of a bunch of smaller pools spread throughout the deck 11 and 12 instead of one big pool in the middle. I think I like that better. Keeps it a little bit less crowded in my opinion. Okay, we're not hanging out outside for long. Here is Edna a la Mode, the sweet shop. This of course is the Inside Out sweet shop on the Wish. And what was it on the Treasure? I can't remember what it is on Treasure. I think it's Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, it's the Sugar Rush sweet shop. Look at this sign here from Marceline Market. This is so cool with like the grass texture on it. Of course, right now we're not really, doing a lot of stuff. We're just kind of wandering around and seeing where everything is. Later on, I'll show you more detailed looks at everything and what we're doing. Look at this. On the Big Hero 6 floor, you got Baymax, and Hero sitting in San Francisco. This is so cool. I wish we could have got a Big Hero 6 room. That would have been incredible, but we'll take what we can get. Look at these Tangled pictures. These are so cool. This one of the floating lanterns is amazing. Wow. I did not know these were here. I've seen a lot of the artwork around the ship already from pictures, but I have not seen these. So one thing to note, earlier when we were on the forward elevators, the carpet was Maleficent, and here in the aft elevators, it's Sorcerer Mickey. So the aft side is all based on heroes, all the artwork, the floor carpet is hero based. And then on the forward, it's villain. So that's kind of a quick way to tell whether you're forward or aft. I will say there is some great looking inaugural sailing merchandise. Of course, the shops don't open until after we leave port, but we'll definitely check that out, and I have a feeling that we'll be coming home with quite a bit. Okay, I found the DVC booth, and there's a model of Riviera, but even better, there's a little tiny Skyliner station that even has baby Skyliner cabins. I love that, that's so cool. Here's a better look at that beautiful vibranium chandelier in the middle. Wow. The main stage down there, the rest of the atrium. Still bringing people on board, of course, but it's just, oh, it's so cool. I cannot wait to see the changes to this lobby throughout the cruise and the color and the themes and everything. There's a lot that goes on there, so stay tuned. And here is our first look at Saga, of course the main big two-story entertainment area where they do a lot of the family-oriented stuff. Bingo, all the other game nights things, all that jazz. Look at this cool little LED thing in the ceiling, big LED screen behind the stage. We're up on the balcony right now, of course. And here is Cask and Cannon in the same location of Keg and Compass over on the Wish, but of course Pirates of the Caribbean themed. I like this, it's nice. The theming on this ship is incredible. It just takes what you have on the Wish and Treasure and dials it up even more, in my opinion. That's so cool. All right, it's food time. All right, quick snack before staterooms are ready. Had to go with the barbecue. This mac and cheese is incredible. The chicken is great. Let's dig in. We all knew it wouldn't take long. I had to go for an ice cream cone just after the lunch snacks. They do it here for you, which is why it's so pretty. I could certainly never get it this pretty. Came back to the atrium here, and look who's meeting guests now. We got Spider-Man welcoming people in. That's so cool. Still lots of crowds and lots of people coming in. Almost done with my ice cream. It is time for the Haunted Mansion parlor. Let's check this place out. Look in here. You can see the ghost dancing in the mirror already. Looks like we just missed the end of, I believe their swinging wake is what they call it. Wow, this is a lot. It smells very Haunted Mansion-y in here. I can tell you that. They need to dust this place. There's spider webs everywhere. This is so cool. Very crowded, very small, just like the Hyperspace Lounge on the Wish, but well worth it. Look at these fish in this fish tank. How does that work? That's so cool. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Is it a projection? Maybe? I don't even know. That's awesome. Wow. And of course the iconic doorknob from the mansion. Of course, I also don't know how to open it. Of course, like I said, we'll spend a lot more time and go into more details about all these places later on. I don't want you to think that's all you're going to see. Maybe not necessarily in this video, but whenever we go and actually spend the time there, then we'll talk about all the other stuff that's happening and more of the smaller details in the lounges and stuff. Back on the villain side of the ship, look at this piece of artwork with all of the Marvel villains. That's awesome. All right, well, should be about time for rooms to be ready, so let's head up and check out our room. All right, here we go, 8648, and here is our first look at these beautiful rooms without lights. We'll turn on the lights for you in a little bit. Here, look at this. This is so beautiful and so much nicer than what we had on the Magic. Just wow. Okay, I got the TV muted and the lights on. Let's take a better look at some of this stuff. Look at this Raya and the Last Dragon artwork above the bed. That's beautiful. And of course, this room can sleep technically 2, 3, 4 maybe 5 even, because 2 on the bed, 1 on the couch, maybe 2, and then 1 from the drop-down bed that drops down. Got some awesome concept art here, also for Raya and the Last Dragon. Oh, and this is a bed too, so actually you can sleep even more, because I forgot it's the family. So this pulls down to be another bed, so you can get lots of people in here. All right, they're still refueling the ship, and we're not really supposed to go out on the veranda while they're doing that, so we'll just take a look from inside at the moment. But this is awesome. Always go with the veranda. You know, we had an inside room on the Magic, and it got us by, but I was certainly missing it. Great view of the Sun Princess over here as well. Look at that. But yeah, this whole room is incredible. The gold touches, I love it. The light wood, oh, it's perfect. And of course, you got the separated bathrooms. You got the shower here in this one. Nice, good sized shower with a tub as well. The sink area on both sides and a mirror. But yeah, much upgraded shower head and shower situation compared to the Magic for sure. And a lot more on par with what we saw on the Wish. And then the other side here by the entrance is going to be the toilet area. Not much to see here, just a toilet and another sink, of course, and a mirror. Guys, look at this bedside. Not only do we have 210 volt plugs.
May I have your attention, please? Attention traffic controllers.
Please hold. Anyways, we have 2 USB-C ports. 2. That's crazy. All right, safety drill is over, so it is time to sail away. We're gonna head up. I don't know if we're gonna watch the whole sail away party, just part of it at least. Might try to escape a little bit before all the crowds get too crazy, but had to come and hang in this lobby for a little bit before we head up to the top decks for sail away. It's going to be a fun cruise. Worlds of Marvel tonight, by the way, if you're curious. We're heading to Worlds of Marvel. So Quantum Encounter is the name of the show that was on the Wish. And it was my belief that here it was a different show with Rocket and Groot. However, all the signage still says Quantum Encounter. So I don't know if it's the same name or something like that, or if it is still Quantum Encounter. So I guess that we will wait and see. But we have the second dining today, which is good. That's definitely what I prefer. So around 8 o'clock, I think, is when we will head to dinner. All right, we found a reasonably decent spot here for the sail away party up on the adult only deck. This is exactly where we were for the Magic, so we got a view of the screen at least, so better than nothing. And as the sail away party gets ready to start, it looks like we are moving, but we got some action over here. Let's go see what's happening. That looks a lot like Electro's logo. Interesting.
Electro, my old friend, Spider-Man. Stealing power from a vacation cruiser? This is a new low even for you, Electro. Be right back. Where do you think you're going?
What's happening?
Spider-Man's in the funnel, and they're fighting!
What can you see?
Spider-Man pushed him in the water! Is everyone okay? What happened? I sent Electro for a swim. Now that that's settled, time to party! Woo! Thanks, Spider-Man!
Whoa! That was incredible! There are stories of heroes and villains everywhere on the Disney Destiny, and here are your storytellers. Friends and Destiny seekers, my name is Zion.
And I'm Gamble, here to share the stories of destiny.
Tales to enlighten and amuse. The ocean is a place that exists in between stories.
The perfect place to reflect on who you are.
And who you are meant to be. A place to seek your story.
Or define your destiny.
Stories are all around us. Fairy tales, myths, legends.
Opposing forces rising to find their purpose.
Wicked villains facing a fate.
And courageous heroes forging their path.
The question is, what is your story?
Allow us to guide you on destiny's journey. Together, we will set sail.
As your story begins. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
All right, now that Electro's all taken care of, we are off, officially pulling away from Port Everglades and out to sea. Beautiful view of Fort Lauderdale here. Look at some of these boats. Wow. Those are quite the yachts. Sail away party's still happening. Not really something I'm super into watching. You know, we'll hang around for a little bit. The sail away parties are actually pretty much identical on all of the Disney ships, except for this introduction part here that they do with Spider-Man, Electro, and then the two storyteller characters, which that is just an awesome addition. I'm so glad that they did that. Adding the storyline element to the Destiny that follows you throughout the whole ship, that's amazing. It's storytelling. That's what Disney was built on, is telling stories. And I feel like that gets lost sometimes, and I'm glad that it is found here again on the Destiny. And now that we have set sail, sail away party's over, we are heading to our first trivia night. It's going to be over in the Triton Lounge, General Disney Knowledge Level 2. So we're going to head on over there to that. I do see that they are setting up for the first piece of the storyteller's experience. The two storytellers that you saw in the sail away party are going to be out here telling the story of Loki. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it to this one, but still cool to see. Like I said, I love that element for the ship. All right, made it to the Triton Lounge, got our drinks, and it's trivia time. We are moving right now, if you can't tell. Sitting right in front of the porthole and just past the edge of the piers there. So we are certainly on our way. So I did notice a slight issue to their little pool. This porthole is about to fall out of the wall. And there's a little piece of something down here that looks like it broke off, and apparently that's what the screw is going through. But, oh yeah, you can see right there. Interesting. Let's hope that doesn't fall on my head. All right, we finished with 13 out of 20. Not bad. Winning place had 18, so they did pretty dang good, but I'll take 13. We're just warming up. Walking back towards the atrium, and look at this. Everything is starting to light up, including that beautiful chandelier. Ooh, sorry, zoomed in way too far, but look at that. The purple tones throughout the lobby definitely enforces the Wakandan vibe throughout. Looks like they're getting ready for some type of music thing down here. Let's say I'm reading from the side. Disney Victorophonics. Victrophonics. There we go. Just outside Hero Zone here, look at this awesome Incredibles artwork. That's so cool. Each of them using their powers. You got Violet's there, Jack's explosion stuff. That's awesome. All right, this is my first time in the Hero Zone. I've actually never even been in it, period. I didn't go at all on the Wish. Looks like downstairs you got some bean bags. Upstairs, lots of air hockey, foosball. That's about it. I don't see any table tennis, which is quite disappointing, but we'll make do with what we got. This is also where they set up the Incredicourse throughout the cruise, the big inflatable maze thing.
And I have, yes I do. Now it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to ring across the close. Though I've had the odd complaint, but on a whole I've been safe. To those unfortunate
All right, well, just finished another trivia and unfortunately didn't make it. Same 13 out of 20 score. This one was Sidekick, Disney Sidekick trivia. However, after dinner tonight is Disney Parks. That's where we're at, right? We can do this. Anyways, we are now heading to Worlds of Marvel. Like I said, our first dinner rotation for tonight. Right here, deck 4 aft, if you didn't know, we're heading inside. Man, I love the entrance to this restaurant here. This whole hallway is so cool. Worlds of Marvel, cannot wait. I love this sign too that shows all the different people who are represented here. Webb, Pym, the Wakandan, Stark Industries. So cool. And coming in over these LED lights. Reminds me of Epcot. They even got them on the ground, except they're working, so it doesn't remind me of Epcot. Look at this, the arc reactor on the ceiling. Holographic Avengers logo. Oh man, and I love this sign so much. Of course, gotta love it. It's got Kamala Khan's logo. This restaurant is just so amazing, so stunning. I love every detail of this. It's just all my vibe. All right, we made it to our table. Looks like we might have some friends for dinner. That's all good though. Got our Quantum Core out here. So we'll see what exactly the deal is with the show, whether it's Quantum Encounter or if it's the Rocket and Groot one. I've got these lovely plates. You guys know how much I love these plates. I have some at home from the Wish. They were taken with permission. But also, look at these plates. They didn't have these on the Wish. Now I kind of want one of these. We'll see what we can do. Look at this. This is neat. So if you remember how in Galaxy's Edge, they do the Arabish on the Cokes, on here they have Xandarian. So they got Xandarian writing for all the Coca-Cola products. That's so cool. Also, I'm going to guess it is the Guardians one because most of this is Guardians of the Galaxy theme. Okay, it does seem like we're going to have this whole table to ourselves, so that's good to know. In terms of what's happening on the screens, I don't really know how I'm going to show you all that, but we'll make it work. All right, it's game time. Looks like we're going to kick off with some trivia, and then storyline and the rest of the show starts in about 10 minutes. Let's see how we do. Here we go. Let's see what Friday's got for us.
Welcome to our celebration of heroes. As you dine, we will drop in on your favorite heroes, both around the world and across the galaxy. Hard at work.
Well, what's all this about?
Hello, Rocket. We're in the middle of a celebration dinner here in our ship.
Who called that a ship? And what are you celebrating?
We are celebrating the heroes who keep us all safe.
Well,
He prefers to be called Star-Lord.
I prefer to call him something that gets in front of Groot. I can't believe that's who you picked out of all of us. I saved the galaxy 3 times, and I don't see no pictures of me. No one cares that I'm your hero. They don't even know me. Come on, Groot. Gotta get the ship upgrades ready before Star-Lord cries about it again.
Groot, that's very kind, but how can you help us celebrate? I am Groot. Be right back. But I'm not sure what he means. But let's go on to the next item on our schedule. Oh, he's back. Well, we really have no time in our schedule for asking your ideas. That isn't exactly the music that was in my plan, but... Well, you humans seem to enjoy it, so I've noted that in my database. And now we can get back to my schedule. As you enjoy your dinner, I'll provide some fun diversions on the side monitors. Let's see how many heroes you can identify.
All right, still working on trivia, but they were fast with this food. One of the biggest complaints I've seen is that food takes forever, but this was super fast. But for dinner tonight, we got the chicken schnitzel, and then I just got the sirloin with the baked potato. I will not be eating that green stuff. That'll stay there, but let's dig in. All right, I think we're getting ready to kick off some more story. Let's see what happens. We got the Guardians music pumping in.
You're back. What have you got there?
All right, dessert has arrived as well. We got the kids' cheesecake. Something else. Brownie? Yeah, brownie bottom cheesecake. Let's see how it is. As we exit, we got our Young Avengers. Love it. We need the Young Avengers in the MCU right now, please. Just got back from dinner at Worlds of Marvel, and we got our first towel animal. What is it?
I don't know.
It's a monkey?
Sure, let's go with
maybe? Gorilla? I don't know what it is, but we love him. He's adorable. Oh, it's the big bedspread thing. That's cool. Love to see it. And, of course, your nightly chocolates. Okay, so Worlds of Marvel, first thoughts. First of all, food, good. Nothing like crazy special. It was a sirloin and chicken. You know, nothing too crazy, but it was good for what it was. Didn't really have any complaints about it. The timing was good. Didn't take long at all. They were super quick with the food and with the dessert. And then wait staff was great. No issues there. A lot of the complaints people seem to have had seem to be fixed on this cruise. I didn't have any issues with any of that. The show overall was really good. The trivia was fun throughout. I do think I still prefer Quantum Encounter on the Wish. Just a lot more storyline there, and seeing the Young Avengers in action might be a little bit biased, but hey, it was still great. Look at this. I've never seen this. Our stateroom attendant even wound up the cords and gave us a little, what do you call this, a cable tie. That's hilarious. I love that. Also on this side, let me focus you back, USB-C and USB-A. All right, it is now 9:45 and we are heading to go look around the stores for a little bit and then head back to the Sanctum for Disney Parks Trivia. I have big hopes for Disney Parks Trivia in the Sanctum, so, you know, we'll cross our fingers. All right, first up, Mickey's Main Sale. Let's see what they got. All right, so apparently they only have one entrance open. The rest are exit only. There was a pretty big line to get in earlier, so let's hope it's not still the case. Look at this. We got Captain Superhero Minnie out here meeting guests in front of the atrium. Okay, nope, no line to get in, just a specialty entrance. Look at these pins here. These are cool. Like little comic book pages. Pluto, Donald, Minnie, Mickey, Goofy, and then the Destiny. That's cool. How much? $40. They come with a price tag. Who's surprised? Then we got this one here with Captain Minnie on it. Yellow. They cost yellow dollars. Oh, $17.90. Oh my goodness, $17.99. Wow. Got some more pins here from $14.99 to $19.99. Got this one. I will probably pick this one up. I'll pick up a few, I imagine. This one down here is pretty cool too. Then we got some with the ship and the atrium statue. I like that atrium statue one. What else do we got? We got a set of 3 down here. Ooh, okay. This will probably be the set I pick up. Yeah, I'm going to say definitely this set. This is cool. It's a statue of the statue in the atrium. I wonder how much this is. I don't see a price tag on it, but it's cool. Look at this polo. I love this. I'm worried that that's going to come off really quick. And it's only $55. That's not bad for a decent polo. Might have to pick that up. And then, of course, we got all the rest of the inaugural sailing merch that we saw earlier. The lounge fly, the ears, the bags, some notebooks, and the rest of those pins. I like the Spirit jerseys as well. They're pretty nice. Just simple little design on the front. All right, we escaped the gift shop. Now we are booking it to the Sanctum. We got like, I don't know, 7 minutes until trivia starts. So let's get down there and hope that we can win trivia. All right, wow, the Sanctum is packed for Disney Parks Trivia. So I'm probably not gonna be able to vlog this because it's gonna be hard enough to play. So I will check in with you and my score after trivia. All right, well, unfortunately we came in with 17 out of 21 for the Disney Parks Trivia, and there was a 20 out of 21. So did not quite make that one, but I'll take it. Pretty solid score, and we have plenty more trivia to go over the next few days. Well, I was going to stop by Saga for the Marvel comedy show. However, Saga is packed. Look at this. This is crazy. You can see a little bit of what's going on this little display out here. This is all we get. And look, we even have Magic Band Plus interaction. Love to see that. Good old Guardians. Hey, I know that guy.
To the scroll! You're just yelling now. I love it. It's time for courage. Hit it!
Uh-oh. Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Ex-felon, ice cream man.
Excuse me, that is Scott Lane, Ant-Man, Cat Burglar, and Frozen Confectionery Technician. Thank you very much.
Scott!
What?
You're fired.
No! Now, with the power of PIM technology, I can grow and shrink with the press of this button. The runes of Costco, a standard spell to make everyone forget that he is Peter Parker. This spell is going terribly wrong. Really drunk tonight.
Gamble, no! Gamble, listen to me! This is serious. Something is wrong, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
This is a
Thing
deep
on. This? A room full of Disney adults. How magical. So, what are we up to in here? Oh, don't tell me. Is this the Hoopty-Doo review at sea? Wow, what an interesting concept. Someone at Imagineering's been hitting the sauce. Sorry to barge in. I couldn't take it anymore. I was in the middle of trying to contact guest services to make up a story about an inappropriate towel animal sculpture being left in my room last night. Just had to get in on this.
Okay, we're kind of wrapping up our show, dude. My name's Gamble. This is Zaya. We're going through all the Marvel movies to point out.
Oh, sorry, actor. This whole gag is pre-recorded. You really need to time out your dialogue a little better, kiddo. Exactly! That's a hilarious observation and such an important plot furthering statement for you. Anywho, Daddy Boo wants in on the action. But we gotta close her out with a good scene. I know! Puppets!
Did you just say puppets?
Shh, no more questions, Harold Hill. Top drawer of the file cabinet. I put a little something something in there for you ding dongs. And action! One more word. Please give me one. Gubernatorial. I must destroy you. You jokes are so funny and you're so cool. And I'm just so angry. But why must we fight? I respect you so much. You famous song and dance man that I can't name here because we're not paying him? You're a Broadway icon. I guess I'm just insecure and nervous about sharing the screen with you and I'm lashing out as a cry for help in the form of violence. When really this is an outward manifestation of my desire for validation. Oh, that's deep. But I'm gonna have to win this fight now. And with one swift move, I have defeated the Wolverine. I win! Give me that phantasmic ending. Somebody on the right to this song.
All right, hold it. You know, I was really excited because I thought you were going to do a virtue, and you didn't, and that's the whole point.
The virtue was an awesomeness. Hey, don't you bleep me.
You there?
Wow, that was a lot. I would have really liked to see that from, you know, up close on the stage or everything, see that whole show, but that was hilarious. I love that. I mean, gotta love any surprise from Deadpool. How could you not love Deadpool? Looks like we got Loki meeting in the Grand Hall here. Unfortunately, we did miss the nighttime show, and I have heard that they're different every single night, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can catch some later and not miss too much of what's going on. But I believe that they happen at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. All right, we've made it back to our room for the night, out here in our balcony. If I'm super quiet, you can probably hear the waves coming by. Let's see if you can get a shot. Look at that. So beautiful, so peaceful. We do have a fellow cruise ship out here. It's kind of hard to see, but I believe that that is the Royal Caribbean logo on that ship. Let's see if it'll clear up for you at all when I zoom in. No, I'm pretty sure that's Royal Caribbean though, based on the logo. But yeah, today was a long day. Woke up at like 5 a.m. in Orlando, made the 3.5 hour drive down to Fort Lauderdale, and here we are, somewhere south of Florida. That's all I can tell you. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Tomorrow we're going to be at Castaway Cay. We'll have a whole nother vlog for you, of course. But until then, thank you all for watching and have a great one. One last thing, I forgot to show what we got in the shops. We got both of these hats here. Black one's mine. I just went with the plain, simple black style. It's more, you know, my vibe. These are so cool. There's like little postcards that say Inaugural Sailings on it. If I can pick it up with a kind of a gold trim. and then the 2 pin sets I said I was going to get, a set of 3, and a single inaugural sailings one. And then also our stateroom gifts for being silver members. Got the lanyard here. These are exclusive for the inaugural sailings. I say that on there. Comes with the lanyard, of course, and in the bag. Get one nice inaugural sailing bag, Castaway Club, zippers, pouches, everything. And then it came in like a little smaller bag. I don't really know if that's reusable, but it's there. Anyways, that's all for real this time. Bye-bye.